It's even better when your microphone is switched on. That'll help. Gosh, golly. Oh, hi. I put something in the chat box. I don't normally live stream. I'm normally at work before, during, and after trading hours. So this is an opportunity for me to try out live streaming during the trading day. I'm only going to be on for a little bit during the trading day. We got about 8 minutes till the market opens. And today is of course, a cherry bomb day. Normally what we do here is cherry bomb trades. And I normally pre-record them before I head out to work. And yeah, then set them to launch at the market open, which is, of course, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the U.S. East Coast, where I am. We are looking at Google today. Google came to us. Of course, this trade idea came from Tasty Trade, as all of the cherry bombs do. And I don't have anything in the description box yet for this video because, like I said, this is the first time I'm doing this. So I'm afraid of what's going to happen if I leave this screen, if the if the live stream will stop. So I'm going to try to open up a new tab here and go to my YouTube studio and try to get a description. So hang on a second. Be right with you. Contents. And here we go. There's this. Let's go back to this. Edit. Description. It is the 8th today, not the 7th. We do 5 videos a week, ideally. So that's going to just change the date. And all right, I'm going to hit save. Coolness. So I can tell there's nobody watching. It looks like that, and that's okay. So in the description box down below, because what I'm assuming is going to happen is that once this live stream is over, it will be available on the channel as a recorded video. Just head on down to the description below and you'll see a link to sign up for Tasty Trade's Cherry Bomb email list. They had their sign up page, their email sign up page had changed when they redid their website, which is a nice refresh to their website for sure. And let's see if I can bring that up there. Let's go and find ye old Firefox browser. Use Firefox as my default browser. I mean, I do like Firefox, but I'm not ready for that kind of a commitment yet here. Not now. All right, let's change over to here. Let's see. I think this is what I'm looking to do. Nope, that didn't work. Hang on. Oh, it did. All right, good. Cool. So let's go over to Tasty Trade. All right. It's a nice new looking website there. And their link to get to the email sign up page is not as obvious. Here, her hungry for inspiration, sign up for free. That's where the link comes from that I have in the descriptions for all of the March and April videos. So this is the guy right here. Get the cherry bomb. There's other emails too. I do recommend all of them, but you know, hey, get what you want. There's no spam in there. So they're not selling you anything. At least they've not sold me anything, right? So cool. We are 4 minutes away, and let's do a little bit of the prep work here. Okay, well, 3 minutes and 15 seconds, according to this clock right here. So let's take a look at the chart for Google. So what's of note? In the Cherry Bomb email, they always give you the backstory as to, you know, why you might take one particular bias or assumption with what's going to happen with this. But as much as we like to think we know, and maybe some of you do. I don't know. Maybe you do. These to me are like tea leaves, you know, or can you prognosticate? Can you see what's going to happen? They believe that no one, and I say they mean Tasty Trade, does not believe anyone knows the future. And the past does not indicate the future. But let's look at the past, because sometimes, you know, I like to say that the History doesn't always repeat itself, but it rhymes, right? What are we noticing here at these earnings events? So here's an earnings event, and we gapped up. An earnings event, we didn't. An earnings event where we pretty much gapped up, and another one where we definitely gapped up, and we have another one coming at the end of April. And so I believe in the email, they told us the date. Was it the 27th? The April 27th is another earnings date coming up. So there are those that like to believe the trend is your friend. And for sure, for a long time, if you were in for the long haul since the market dip in March, you'd have been doing very well if you were long Google. I am not long Google, and I have a hard time. I don't know. I feel like I really just click with the contrarian point of view, Tasty Trade. And when I see the high, that we're at the high, and I see these big candles coming up, I'd like to bet against it. I'd like to be bearish, which is not what today's cherry bomb has us doing. However, I do totally acknowledge that, hey, this gap up, I like to believe that things, when they gap up, they come back down. Hey, it didn't come back down. I mean, a little, but it definitely hovered for a while. It seems when they make these jumps, it tends to hover for a little bit. Not always, here it didn't. Here it didn't. I guess if you go from here to here, it sort of did. But yeah, I'm wondering what you guys are thinking. I know that, there's not a lot of people watching right now, and that's okay. So I would ask that if you are watching, feel free to use that chat box to give me your thoughts here. Like I said, I will not be able to do these live videos all that often because I work Monday through Friday, and I'm gone before the market opens, and I get home right about when the market closes. So anyway, let's have a little sip of coffee, shall we? More Starbucks hazelnut. Remember that Starbucks trade that we did? I think it was Monday. I closed that for over $200 of profit, I think, in the next day. So thank you, Starbucks. I did also, for ha-has, by the way, my long SPY 50 Delta trade. Hey, there we go. I don't know if you heard that, and then I got my alarm on my phone also going off. I got all sorts of alarms going off here. Market's open. So it looks like Google was going to gap up to 2250-ish, right? Even though we had closed at 2239. So the cherry bomb trade, let's take a look at today's cherry bomb trade, right? So it was going to be at the 2230 and the 2240 long call vertical. It was going to be buying the 2230 and selling the 2240. Now, let me just double check that I got that right. I'm not selling you the Brooklyn Bridge. Yep, that's correct. So, and we were going to be in the May 14th weeklies with 36 days to expiration. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, it's not the end of the world. Hey, Google has gapped up. We're looking at bid ask between 2254 and 59. That's quite a wide spread. I have to imagine that that's because we're on delayed data, but who knows? So it's gapped up. Is that even going to show on the chart yet? Not yet, no. All right, fair enough. What about here in Tastyworks land? Let's take a look at the chart for this one. Yep, that's today. There's the gap up, and it's coming down from its gap up. This is what that looks like. But if you look at these technical indicators here, we're up near that upper Bollinger Band. We haven't crossed over. This is always the slower to respond one, right? And then here we have the RSI. So once again, those are a set of tools that I just kind of use. I don't really put too much faith in them, but this would be bearish. That would be bearish. This one is not yet. So who knows? Oh, now it's a green candle for today. All right. So going back to the trade here for the cherry bomb, we want to buy in the money and then sell out of the money. If that's the case, we're going to adjust our strikes here to buy the 2250. I'm going to hold down the control key and buy the 2260 over here. I'm sorry, not buy, sell. I'm going to hold down the control key and sell the 2260. That gives us a long call a vertical with a debit of 470. That means we have the possibility of making more than we're risking. So we're putting this as that's the risk that we can take. Okay, so now, by the way, do note, and I always point this out, that we have one contract here. If you're just getting into Thinkorswim, your defaults may be 10, and maybe that's what you like. Keep them how you like them. But we've done a video on how to change your order defaults. Quick tip, it's up here in the setup section of your Thinkorswim. So let's go to the risk profile as we normally do and take a look at our probabilities. So first thing I do when I get to these probabilities is I make sure that the date that's here in turquoise matches the date that I see in the top right. That's not the case, so let's change that to 518. 515, there we go, that make no sense. 515, that gives us our expected move, right? And I like to stretch that out so that we got it all along the right and left edge. Awesome. Now I want to get what I call my goalpost. I want to get a price slice right where the turquoise line crosses over here with the x-axis, which is the break even. Awesome sauce. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and set that price slice to break even at expiration. And here we are, not shockingly, looking at a 50-50-ish shot. There's a slightly better chance that we at expiration will lose money. But according to the email that we received, which remember, head on down to that description to sign up for Tasty Trades Cherry Bomb email list, we have allegedly a 64% probability of being able to take off half of this max profit in the next 36 days. 36 days, yes. I never remember how many days to expiration. Okay, so there we are. Let's go ahead and right-click this trade, choose the confirm and send option here so we can review what we already said. We're putting $470 of risk on the table should Google decide to come down from its highs and stay down below where we are for the next 36 days. Then we'll lose that $470. That may not be attractive to you. I totally get it. Although 50-50 is pretty much what you get when you buy shares anyway, right? So, although these shares are quite expensive at what, $2,200 something $50 a share, here you're only risking $470, right? And you have the potential to make $530, or even better, 64% probability of making, let's call it $250 or $265, right? Does that sound good? That sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and hit send and put that into the working orders. I would say this though, there is that part of me that could consider doing the opposite trade. I wonder, where do you fall on this one? Would you do a long put vertical? And now think about the benefits of doing the long put vertical. Yeah, we are heading up towards earnings trade, and that usually means volatility will increase. And that's a good thing, especially when you're long options. But volatility tends to increase as you go down in price, right? So why not potentially look at this where you could be, where are we right now? We want to buy in the money at 252. So we could do buy the 260 or 2260 and sell the 2250. Here we're looking at a debit of $510. And in this case, let's go to the risk profile on that bad boy. Here we have a better probability of this working out for us in this situation. So are you willing to bet against Alphabet, aka Google, and think that they're going to go down? You have the potential to make $490 on this one with better probabilities. So I'd like to give you those alternatives. I'm wondering what you're thinking as what might be a better opportunity for you here. Yeah. You know what I might do is I might put this one in the IRA. Let's go ahead and right-click this trade, confirm and send. We're going to send that over the IRA, and we'll hit send, throw that into working orders. Now, Google does not have a ton of liquidity, and we're in weeklies too, so I'm not really expecting many of these to fill. I mean, check out the open interest, folks. So this is good, great, grand, and wonderful. And you can see here that there's more open interest here for the bulls here that are doing the long call vertical, but none here in the put side. Interesting. So what we could do is see if it's any better in the monthlies, or are we going to be dealing with the strikes are going to stink? Let's go ahead and look. That's probably why the weeklies were chosen. No, 20. Oh, that's the $20 WOD. Yeah. I'm not looking to risk that much right now. But yeah, look at that. Even then, the open interest is kind of stinky. Google, not enough liquidity, if you ask me. But we will see what happens. So, hey, this is that part in my videos where, since it's really just me right now, and you'll see this later, I'm saying if you made it to this part of my video, hey, thanks. You get a thumbs up. I do appreciate when you guys watch my videos to the end. It really does help. I haven't really sold you guys a single thing yet. I know I don't always get thumbs ups on my videos. Sometimes I get thumbs down, and I wonder, because nobody ever tells me really why they give me a thumbs down. Is it you didn't like the trade, or you wanted the other position, the opposite position? I was bullish when you think you're bearish. If you're going to thumbs down for me, would you mind just telling me why? I'd love to know, because I'm always looking to I don't want to just get better at trading. I'd like to get better at making content that you enjoy. So, thanks. Here's your thumbs up. Again, if you're new to the channel, I've said it a few times, I'll say again, down below in the description, you'll find a link to sign up for Tasty Trade's Cherry Bomb email list. You definitely want to get on those. Even if you never watch one of my videos again, I think you'll enjoy the content that you get from Tasty Trade. And if you do enjoy this, or you think there's some potential to taking simulated trading and practicing, because, I recently, in my YouTube stream, a video showed up about a review of Tasty Trade and how this YouTube person believes that Tasty Trade will cost you money, etc. And maybe they will. And I can appreciate the point being that the trade small, trade often, trade small, trade often mantra does work out in their favor, that they're generating fees and commissions, etc. And I get that. But you don't have to go with Tastyworks. Right? And why not put it to the test? So you can see whether or not you can be profitable by using simulated trading. And one of their main points was, what does it feel like? What is the psychological effect of having and holding losing positions? Yeah, we have those. We have losing positions, and it sucks. There's no doubt about that. Losing positions, they don't feel good. But you have some winners too. And when you go back and you look at your winners versus your losers, you usually have a lot less losers and you have a lot more winners. When you do the whole law of large numbers and you make a lot of trades, you tend to you reach the statistical probabilities. And I think, and I can get a hold and buy into that. All right. So if you want to join us and do these things and get trading with us in Thinkorswim's paper money, the other step number 2, besides step number 1 was subscribing to Tasty Trade's Cherry Bomb. Step number 2 is subscribe to this channel. Hit that subscribe button. There's a little bell next to it. If you ring that bell, these videos, you'll be notified when they come out. And these are options trades, so they have time value. You want to get in them at the right time and out of them at the right time. All of that stuff that we cover, we'd appreciate having you here. And yeah, I think that's it for my first real live stream. I hope this was good for you and what looks like the one person watching. Hi out there in cyberspace. There's a word you haven't heard in a while, cyberspace. All right. Be good until I see you in the next Cherry Bomb, tomorrow's final Cherry Bomb of the week. I guess we'll see if this key works here in Live Land. May the market be with you.